Hi there, welcome to Ready Recipes with Education Futures Trust. I'm Ray, I'm the nutritionist at EFT, and today we are cooking a mushroom and leek risotto. So let's get cooking, let's have a look. So I have got my leek all nice and finely sliced there. So how you prepare a leek, in case you've not done this before, is chop the top off, chop the root off, and then I slice down the middle with a knife. Open that up and you can rinse all inside because they quite often come still with some soil, and that helps keep them fresh for longer. So yeah, and then slice that in half and you can finally slice the leek. Okay, so yeah, I've got my pan on nice and warm there. I had some celery in the fridge, so I've chopped that up finely. I've got 300 grams of arborio rice, which is the risotto rice. If you haven't got scales working at the moment, it is a cup and a half or 375 mils on a measuring jug. Got some salt and pepper to flavour, to season that, and chopped up chestnut mushrooms. The reason why I've used chestnut mushrooms in this is they have a bit more flavour than the ordinary button mushrooms, and they're not as big as the portobello mushrooms, and they also carry more vitamin D. And if it's a nice day, you can pop your mushrooms out in the sun for 20 minutes and they will actually have more vitamin D in them, which I think is amazing. And I've got some oil obviously to start. I've got my stock in another pan, just keeping warm there, so we can add that ladle by ladle to the risotto. Okay, I'm just going to finish cooking, just going to finish chopping my leek. Okay, right, so I'm just going to pop some oil in the pan. And get my leek in there sweating off, and if you've got a bit of celery, you can stick that in there too. Quite a bit of leek, but that will sweat down. Right, once your leek has sweated down, I'm going to add the crushed garlic, 2 cloves in there. And then we're going to add our lovely sliced mushrooms. If, like me, you've got a metal handled pan, do be careful, they get very hot. Alright, so we're just going to let those mushrooms release their juices and then reduce that down slightly. Right, once those mushroom juices have reduced down, we will add our rice. If you've got a little knob of butter, you can add that in, and that just coats the rice, gives it a nice flavour. And then we can start adding our stock. Traditionally, in Italian cooking, you would add some dry white wine, but unfortunately we're not allowed to give those out with our packs. But if you had some that you'd like to put in, probably about a glass, 125, 150 millilitres, and then you stir it until that's been absorbed. So once that rice is coated in butter, I'm going to get my ladle, put in a ladle full of the warm stock in there. And every time you move the rice, and you can see that's been absorbed in the bottom, you can add another. And then stir it round. And the stirring action will release the starch from the rice, which gives you a nice creamy sauce in the risotto. Rice is a great healthy meal if you're doing a lot of sports or anything like that. You've got a big walk, having it the night before for dinner would be great, especially if it's white rice. That is actually a good one to have the night before, although normally I would say whole grains all the way. This is actually a faster release of energy, with less GI discomfort. There we go. I'm just going to continue adding stock until the rice is cooked. And then if it's not, because the rice still isn't quite cooked, then I can add some more boiled water from the kettle. Right, once you've used up all the liquids, or the rice looks like it's cooked, have a little try. If it's not quite cooked, you can always add some more water from a hot kettle and keep stirring a little while until that rice is cooked. Or if it's cooked before the stock is all added, you can just leave the stock. Right, I have chopped up my fresh parsley, so I'm going to add that in. Nice bit of colour there. And I've grated my lemon zest on the finest grate. So I'm going to pop that in, that's going to freshen that up. Do feel free to add other vegetables to this. I've used leek and mushroom because they're in season at the moment. So they should be really nice and flavourful. But you could add some frozen peas near the end of cooking. You can also add some parmesan on the top for extra flavour. And you could serve this up with some garlic bread or some salad or whatever you would like to. Right, that's about done. Do check the seasoning in case that needs some extra salt and pepper, but remember that you have got seasoning in your stock. So do let us know how your risotto goes, what you add, what you leave out, what you serve it with, and if everyone liked it. You can post your pictures. We'd love to see what you've made with the hashtag EFT Ready Recipes. That's hashtag EFT Ready Recipes, or you can post it in our comments on Facebook under our post of the video, or you can email it to me at raee@educationfuturestrust.org. That's raee, R-A-E-E, at educationfuturestrust.org. I can't wait to see them. Thank you. Bye.